back to the show, and I'll tell you what, Austin Sass just has so much to say. We were talking at break. I'm like, you got to come back on and talk more, Austin, because people need to know this stuff. And I think, you kind of let me in on a little secret from last election. You said it was the lowest voter turnout ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, the city of South Lake Tahoe has a very low turnout. We had 22% in the election in the spring.
You know what you need to do? Here's the idea. Here's my thoughts and ideas on this whole low voter turnout. If we put the voting polling stations at the dispensaries and at the bars, problem solved. Problem solved.
Well, one problem with that, the average age in South Lake Tahoe of the voter is, I think, about 50 years of age. And so you might have to look at some other places as well.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that's a good place to start. But you want to talk about some of the major issues in this election.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for voters is really about change. Mm-hmm. It's, are you satisfied with the business, the decision making, the intelligence, the ethics, and the business acumen of the two incumbents that are running for re-election? Or do you think we need to have a change? And if you do, then there's, 3 other candidates to vote for, and I think that's what people ought to be thinking about. The second thing is, economic growth. Mm-hmm. How are we going to move ourselves to the future so that there's more jobs here, there's more tourist dollars coming in, and again, you need some business acumen, you need some vision, such again as, driving recreation, the regional plan update so that, our commercial businesses can be a little bit more flexible than they are right now. So these are some of the things we need to be thinking about.
Term limits. What's your idea of term limits?
I think that we should have 2 term limits for everybody that gets elected. Then if they want to take 4 years off, they can have another term. But one of the things I will be requesting if I get onto city council is establishing a 2-term limit for our city councilmen.
I think that's a great thing, even in big-time government.
Oh, I think it should be all over the United States. I think, if you rolled back the clock to John Adams, Ben Franklin, George Washington, and told them that people would be lifelong.
Did you know any of those guys?
I did, as a matter of fact.
You guys used to hang out?
Yeah, we did. But seriously, I don't think they ever envisioned that people would be spending 30 years becoming lifelong politicians. Back then it was a 3-day trip to Philadelphia for the Congress, and you had to go back and take care of your family, protect them, run your business. So this whole thing of career politicians is just wrong.
Career politics, one of the major problems with this country, I believe.
Exactly. I am so in agreement with you.
So what's your plan going in, campaigning and everything? You got a long road ahead of you. What do you
Well, I've got my website. I've got my Facebook page. Right now it's about raising money and getting support from people. And I think the most important thing is that if every single person who has a view on who should be on city council will talk to one other person, then I think that's the way to do it. Because that way it's you talking to me. We don't like to talk about politics and we don't like to talk about religion to each other. But you know what? Maybe it's time that we as a country start talking to each other and saying, hey, you know what? I'm supporting this guy for the following reasons. I'm not supporting this guy for the following reasons. And that's the best way to get this going.
Well, I always like it that everybody sits on the sidelines and then they complain.
Exactly.
Oh, this goddamn country, it's screwed. It's screwed. Our kids are doomed. I get this one a lot. Boy, I feel bad being you. You're in for a big one. It's like, get out and do something.
Well, you know what? I could sit here and complain for the next 10 years, or I could jump in here and try to fix what I view as a problem.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing this. I mean, I don't own any businesses in town. I don't have any commercial real estate. I don't owe anybody any favors. This really, truly is about me being passionate about South Lake Tahoe and giving my kids the opportunity to come back here and have a job and be able to live here. And right now, that's tough.
It's going in the wrong direction.
It is.
Time to grab the steering wheel and flip the old BITCH, as they call it.
It's time for a change.
Yeah.
It is.
Austin Sass, thanks so much. Austin Sass, running for city council. Your website?
www.austinsass.com.
Thanks so much. Austin Sass right there on the screen right there. Hey, it's been a fun day here at Tahoe today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and watching.